Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Here on the side is some additional information to find her stuff. I believe there's a website down here, schifferbooks.com, 2 F's in Schiffer, if you can see it. It is from 2016, but still. I'm thinking it's probably still valid. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Hers is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, U is an umbrella. It's at the bottom there. Hopefully that's readable. Alright, if you would like that information, there's that information. Okay. What do we got for Cancer? That was a lot. That's a lot. Let's see what else we have here for the tarot cards for you. Got a couple upside down ones. For some reason I ended up shuffling this deck that way. I usually try to read them all right side up because it's easier for people to follow, but sometimes it's better to have upside down cards. You have one card here that is upside down and you're very much going to like that, I think. Starting off, you have the Will with the 10 of Coins. There's something here that you're keeping very, very stable. This is how this goes. This is where this belongs. That person stays over there. That one stays over there, and I keep them apart. I deal with this thing this way. Even for you, there might be certain people that they get a little extra leeway on some of the things they say to you, but you're like, well, if you're allowing that, you have reasons for why you do what you do, and there's good reasons behind it. But I'm getting like you're holding things together. Your willpower is holding things together. It does seem like things are a little bit off balance, a little bit to me. But you're kind of like, it's a little off balance here, but I'm holding up this side to balance it out. You're putting in the effort to like, it's like, it feels like the situation, like one side's a little bit heavier than the other, but you're like, it's okay. I'll hold this side up. I'll do what I can. I'll rig it up so it sticks up there, and I'll keep an eye on it. You're keeping the balance in something. You're keeping everybody happy. You're keeping things working. You're kind of like, we don't need to have issues. Let's just get along. You're putting a lot of effort into it. You're kind of like, no, I want people to get along. No, I want this situation to work out. We don't need all these little squabbles. I'll just balance it myself. Whatever the situation is, and I know with Cancer, you guys have a big heart when it comes to the people you care about. So it's kind of like, for you, this is worth it. Kind of like, for you, this will happen. And you're averting this Devil card. The Devil card is the one I was just talking about, upside down. You're releasing the bondage from this. You're relieving the pressure. I don't know if you're holding back or keeping somebody else from coming forward. It is stress on you, because I'm getting the hiccups. That's a sign of stress. It is stressful for you to do that, but you're also keeping things on point. You're like, yep, things aren't going crazy because I'm making sure they don't. That seems to be your energy. I'm making sure they don't go crazy. Okay, good. You're doing really well with that. I like that. Now, the 10 of Wands with trust shows up in the environment. A lot of stress here for somebody is like, I don't want to say that they owe you something, but they kind of feel like they do. Kind of like you've gone out of your way for them. And they know what you want. You want people to get along. You want things to work out. You want them to make a little extra effort to get along with people. It does feel like that's there. Like, you're not like forcing anybody to do anything, but this is somebody you've helped out a few times. And they're looking at this like, you know, the Cancer's been really good to me, and this is what the Cancer wants. So I think I can do it for the Cancer. They trust that this is for the best for you. It is stressful for them, though. There's stress here. Like, it's kind of like you're like, there's no reason for there to be problems here. Let's not have problems. And they're like, for some reason, it's like there's something. They want to start some type of problem, but they're holding back. And you're helping them do that. You're kind of like, you know, if you're having issues, you seem to be telling somebody, if you're having issues, you can come talk to me. I'll help you out. If you need some assistance, let me know. I'll see what I can do for you. you're trying to keep this energy calm and cool and collected, and you're doing everything you can in your power to do so, is what I'm feeling. If this is hitting, that seems to be that's how this is coming in. You have a lot of care you're putting into this. How far can this go, though? There's like a train of cards. There's 5 of them. And as they come through, somebody's overdoing it here. They're bending over backwards, but it's too much, and they're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to keep up with it. They're trying to make you happy. They're trying to make sure they keep on line with stuff. They keep in line with stuff. But that extremes with the change is like, this is not long-term doable. But they do seem to try to. They got darkness on their side. This is starting to get really hard for them. The longer this goes, the harder this is. This feels like a time bomb thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a matter of time before this kind of slips. They're holding it together as long as they can, but it's only going to last for so long. And I feel like that might be what this reading is about for you. They want you to know that this is not going to, this is going to go off, like the moon card comes off. When it finally comes forward, when things change, when the wind changes, it's a random, like there's no moment, you're not going to see it coming, is I think what they're saying with the moon card here. But there's a long period of peace. Like you are going to have a nice period of peace with this 4 of Swords. But sooner or later, the truth is going to have to come out. I feel like you're doing really good with the boundaries. You're trying to keep things where they should be. That stays there. This goes there. I'm going to keep that like that. You're holding up the other end. Like I'm going to balance this myself manually because that's what needs to happen here. But boundaries with the Page of Swords kind of says you're only one person. You know what I mean? You can't save the world. Superheroes aren't real. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to save the world in a single bound here, or however that's said. Jump the building in a single bound. Sooner or later, your humanity will come in and play on this situation, and they're like, you can only keep this up for so long. Plan for that. Realize that. They want to help you get through this next situation because judgment is coming forward. And the Queen of Swords reversed pops in. What's coming in with it? With the release. It's kind of like it was a time bomb. It's like, you know, we're waiting for the toaster and boom. When it goes off though, the toast flies right out of the thing. You know, when it jacks off and it goes, or it jacks up and it goes right off onto the floor. Like bam, like that. It's like too much kick behind it. Like it's going to have a lot of kick behind it. It's probably going to be a verbal thing. Swords are mental activity, communication. Queens are very powerful. And there's going to be something of gusto. There's going to be something of substance behind this. Whatever's been held back for the longest time will come forward. It will happen. Purity with the new beginnings is kind of like whatever was being held back. It's kind of like, you know, if you think about one of those old closets where they keep stuffing things in there and just jamming the doors shut. And then one day the lock gives way and you have a big mess all the way down the hall from everything that was jammed into that closet. It's all right out there. All of it's right out there. You're part in it and everything. So, like, whatever they're saying, they're letting their true feelings be known, but I feel like you're also being pushed into the spotlight here, how you are a part of this, how you've been trying to balance it yourself, what you've been doing to bend over backwards to make this work out. You're also going to be thrown, you know, thrust right into the front of this, thrust right into the spotlight on this one. Boom, right in center stage. When this happens, judgment happens on your side. You didn't do anything bad. I don't feel anything bad on your side. You didn't have any ill intent. I'm not feeling any ill intent. You got judgment going through with fear. Because people are going to be giving you a hard time. I feel like somebody's going to come right up to you and be like, well, that wasn't your place, Cancer, to do that. And I feel like somebody's going to be rude to you about that. And you're going to have to talk to it like, well, you know what? I care about what's going on with this situation. I care about the outcome, so I did my best to make it work out the best way I thought I could. I put my 2 cents in. I did what I could because I care. And you didn't do anything out of malicious intent. And I feel like whoever's giving you a hard time about this, they really need to recognize that. Like, things are coming off the wall here, but you didn't do anything malicious. I'm not feeling anything malicious here. It might be up to you to feel that way or to realize that. Don't let somebody else hold you down. Don't let somebody else make you feel bad. The self-love is kind of like realize, like, you didn't do anything to hurt anybody. You actually did the reverse. You did stuff to try to help people, and to help people work things out, and to do better for other people. Whenever this comes off at the end, it's going to be going on for a little while. Somebody seems to have an attitude with you. King of Cups reversed. Somebody seems to have a problem with you. Somebody seems to be wanting to blame you for this situation. I don't think that's right. I do feel like somebody wants to blame you. I don't think that's correct, though. Like, no. You didn't create this situation. You tried to keep it together. You tried to help the situation. And the more you kind of straighten it up and look at the situation, you more look at what really happened, I feel like you can see that. But you might have to, like, talk to a few people and be like, listen, I don't know what's being said here, but I didn't maliciously do anything. I didn't do this to make that happen. I did this. That's true. But this is why I did that. So this good thing would happen, not so that bad thing would happen. I wasn't setting this up for this person to explode at one point. I wasn't looking to make that happen. I was looking to actually kind of calm the situation down, make everybody get along a little better so we could all be happy. There's a lot of different angles coming in with that Seven of Cups. And the thing is with the Seven of Cups, some of it's just fantasy. Some of it's rumors. People think this happened or that happened, but that's not what really happened. You might have to talk to it a little bit. Acceptance, unexpected, creation, the Magician reversed. I feel like you gotta cut this. You gotta cut this to the quick. Nip this in the bud. The Magician reversed is kind of like somebody else might be kind of. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel like something bad could come out of this. You want to nip this in the bud. There's another leg of the journey coming forward. I feel like somebody's causing some extra problems here, especially with this King reversed and then the Magician reversed. I feel like you want to be a little bit more aware of it, because I feel like if you can accept that somebody's got it out for you here because they think you're the one to blame, and that you go in there and you explain. Don't let it just sort itself out, because I feel like that can make this worse. You wanna explain, because I'm getting unexpected problems. If what's created out of it could be more, because especially of these two upside down cards, I feel like they're trying to warn you. Accept that this is how somebody's seeing it, but then also show your true involvement. Explain to people. Make sure people know what you really did. Go through the situation and actually like disarm it. Disarm the situation, because something unexpected is coming forward and something new is going to get created. I feel like somebody's trying to blame you. I keep feeling that, and that is completely out of place. If you get in there and disarm the situation, though, they don't have that much. They're not able to do that much. So I feel like you want to disarm the situation, and then this will go a lot better for you. If you just let it kind of go on its own, I feel like this could get actually worse, and we don't want that. You definitely don't want that. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.